the new Doctor Who, it's not going to be season 14 or series 14 as they call it. It's going to be season 1.
Right.
This is an interesting thing. First off, the new Doctor is just like South Park. It's we don't know if it's lame yet, but we do know that it's black and gay. It's not female yet. It was already a female. Now they went from female to black and gay. We don't know if it's lame yet. We're not going to take judgment until we've seen it. But we think it's a very weird coincidence that it's now going to be season 1 and not season 14. They are closing the chapter on the new Who series.
Well, now here's the thing: is they did this originally. You got to remember they also did this when Chris Eccleston became the Doctor.
Right.
They switched it. It used to be series. Now with the original Doctor Who back in the '60s, it started with season 1 or series 1, and it went through, and then they started over as series 1. Now it's interesting that they're going to have it called season 1. And if you want to talk about erasing the past, they're also restarting the show's chronology. So while no one's saying it, it's basically because Disney acquired the rights outside the UK and Ireland. So that's pretty much what it is. The mouse wants to control and rebrand.
But how much time had passed, Shane, between the Eccleston series and Classic Who?
No, you're right. I mean, I'm just saying that they've done it before. So this isn't like the first time that they've ever.
I understand, restarted. But it's been like 2 years. Like we just went from one Doctor. Like right. There's no time has passed.
But the branding is changing.
And,
so now
and Eccleston's Doctor was the next Doctor in line.
That's true.
From Classic Who. It wasn't. They might have called it season 1, but it was a continuation of the Doctor Who brand. You can go from Classic Who all the way to the chick doctor, whatever her name was, and that is one continuous story.
That's technically true. And they are starting over. And I think, honestly, the reason why they're doing this is because I'm sure Disney officials know that restarting the universe will also allow new viewers to start watching without feeling they need to go back and watch everything that's come before. The big problem with shows like this, and we hear it all the time, is, oh yeah, I want to watch that, but it's got 8 seasons, and I don't know where to pick up. Or so by doing this, you don't have to feel like you got to go back and watch all of Doctor Who. You can just pick up right here.
To be fair, I had not seen a single episode of Classic Who before I started watching Eccleston.
And you didn't need to.
And I didn't need to. Now, I went back and eventually watched a lot of the Classic Who after I'd fallen in love with Eccleston, Tennant, and Matt Smith. I didn't feel like I needed to watch those other shows. And you could do the same thing. I don't know.
Well, and Michael Nemo for $2 super chat here. It's actually season 40 for Doctor Who. Yes, if you add them all together. Thank you, Michael. It's actually 40 seasons. I mean, listen, I hope no one is expecting them to make the right choices at this point, because they're not.
That's a good point.
They're doing this because they want to bring in a new audience, honestly, because they know they're about to piss off the old one. That's really what this is all about. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies, he also confirmed that the show's rebrand will prove controversial with the fan base, and he isn't worried about it. He don't care about the backlash. Like spoken like a true Star Trek Discovery
2004 2024 producer, right?
Right. In fact, they haven't even put season 1 out. He's already working out seasons 3 and 4. This is how confident he is in what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to have a black male doctor and a trans companion for the new season, right? For the new Doctor. Listen, it isn't the idea that
I hope they have the balls to make it an actual trans actor and not a woman cosplaying as a
it's a trans actor. Yeah. In fact, both of them have been in successful series. It isn't the idea that these people aren't fantastic actors or even deserving of the role, but it's impossible to not point out that when you cast people to check a bunch of boxes, your priority isn't making the best show possible. It's making the best show possible as long as you're forwarding an agenda, which means you're likely not making the best show possible. So you had right after we had Peter Capaldi, right? Right after him,
Old doctor.
The news media came out and said, "Do not cast another white male as Doctor Who." It was huge. It was all over the place. And guess what? That's exactly, they listened and they did exactly what the BBC did, exactly what they were told. And they came out with the first female doctor, right? Then we had all that nonsense where Doctor Who went back in time and the original doctor was actually a black female. And that was the first doctor. And it like kind of rewrote all of Doctor Who history. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. People were not happy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, let's just erase all of history and let's go with that.
Yeah.
And so now, of course, they're not, they're going to have the first black male doctor. You're going to have the first transgender character. That's the companion. So they're trying to check all these boxes. They're trying to do all these things, and here's the question that I have. We fought the battle for equality in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. When do we stop making decisions based on race and color and start making decisions based on who's best for the role? Opportunities need to come to the people regardless of what group they're in. They need to stop making it fit into because what happens is people recognize that and then they have a hard time connecting with the story because they feel like, you've got a square peg being round, forced through a round hole. Because it doesn't feel like it's genuine, right? Nkuti Gatwa, he's going to be the 14th Doctor. He's Rwandan Scottish. He was in the show Sex Education. At 29, he's the second youngest actor to play the Doctor and the first black man. The youngest, believe it or not, was Matt Smith at 26. He was the youngest Doctor.
Before him, David Tennant's coming back, though, right?
So David Tennant will have, but it's not a... Yeah, so they said
not the David Tennant we know.
14th Doctor. He's not going to be the 14th Doctor. He's the same Doctor he was. It's going to be some sort of, shenanigans.
Timey-wimey nonsense, right?
Right, and it's not going to be very long. So, I mean, this is what's coming. You got to understand that, like, when Jodie Whittaker was cast as the first female, they also included stories that revolved around, like, preachy things, like microplastics damaging the planet, and things like that. People don't want to watch their favorite shows and have to be reminded of what society is all about all the time. They want to go in and enjoy, regardless of who it is. And they want it to feel natural and right. And they want good characters and good actors. David Tennant, Matt Smith were incredible doctors because they're great actors. And they understood the character and they came and did it. The companions who supported them at the time were good actors and actresses. So that's what they need to focus on. Forget about it. And who knows? Maybe Nkuti Gatwa is going to be amazing. Maybe he's going to be an amazing doctor. We don't know. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's possible. We haven't seen it yet.
So I'm just saying, if you picked him because he's right, then that's great. But if you go back and look at what was told, BBC was told, don't cast another white male in the role, then you already limited your search for the perfect doctor because you only looked in a small group. And guess what? That may not be your best doctor.
Right.
Okay. So and that's just the way you have to look at things. We'll see what happens.
Didn't Davies make Torchwood? He did, right? And I like Torchwood a lot. Torchwood was a really good series. That was sort of like a Doctor Who spinoff.
Yeah. No, Davies has made great Doctor Who.
He's done a lot of like Doctor Who spinoffs, dude. Torchwood Declassified, The Second Coming, Bob and Rose. He's done a lot of stuff that's like sort of like Doctor Who adjacent. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well,
he also did Queer as Folk, It's a Sin. He did a lot of queer stuff too. We'll see. Oh, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. If it's good, then we'll say so.
For 100%.
Yeah, we'll see. You know what? That said, what do you guys think? You think it's going to be a good Doctor Who? Are you going to watch? Have you given up on it since the last horrible season, which I tried to watch and it was just so boring? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below.